Hey guys, Shibzonic123 aka John here. Welcome to episode number 7 of the West Ham Career Mode. It seems I'm trying every episode these days with an apology for not uploading recently, and that's going to hold true this time as well. I know I'm off school this week and everything, but my Elgato broke, so I had to buy a new one. I ordered it online because it was cheaper, so I had to arrive to my house. It only took a couple of days. I ordered it on Sunday, and I recorded this last night on Wednesday. You could be seeing this on Thursday because it's currently Thursday as of me doing this voiceover. And basically, for the first game of today's episode, we take on Roma at the London Stadium in the UEFA Europa League, following 2 draws out of our opening 2 games in the competition. So hopefully trying to get a win against the Italian side, where, funnily enough, one of the sides that I could have used for my career mode this year. I could have done with Roma. They were in the poll, but you guys decided to go for West Ham, obviously. And did anyone vote for Roma? I'm not sure. Only a couple of people voted in that poll. So, yeah. Anyway, as you see, there's the West Ham lineup and there's the Roma lineup. As we welcome the Italian side to the stadium, and I mentioned before you draw first 2 games, so that was quite disappointing. So as you see, I'm showing the kickoff, and we will get off to a great start here. In just a second, Lanzini to Antonio, out to Ojukup. He sets through Payet on the left-hand side. Payet turns inside, passes out to Lanzini, into Mark Noble. Mark Noble on the first time shot, finds the back of the net, finds the top corner to make it West Ham 1, Roma 0. And I hadn't played FIFA for a good week, like before recording this last night, because I wasn't into it. I couldn't record because I didn't have my Elgato. I just wasn't playing it either, personally. And with the right foot shot, Mark Noble hammers it into the top corner to make it West Ham 1, Roma 0. And no chance for the Roma keeper there. And my manager's gone jumping, and I can understand why, because straight from kickoff we go 1-0 up against the Italian side. Mark Noble, unbelievable strike, just simply magic. Following that, then Payet would come forward, give the ball into Arthur Masuaku, and Masuaku would slide the ball into Manuel Lanzini, and Manuel Lanzini would have a shot saved by the Roma keeper, Alisson, as he would boot the ball clear. Following that, then Perotti would find Mohamed Salah, and Mohamed Salah would have a shot saved by Adrian, as he nearly forced the corner, does force the corner in the end, as Sam Byram is forced out of play. But Mohamed Salah, the Egyptian, the former Chelsea man, has his shot saved by the Spaniard Adrian, as it stays at 1-0. Following that, then Roma would attack us again with Paredes here down the left-hand side, opposite Sam Byram. Edin Dzeko gets the ball in. It's poorly cleared by Arthur Masuaku, and I can't talk today, guys. Sorry. Mohamed Salah, the aforementioned Egyptian, finds the back of the net to make it West Ham 1, Roma 1, as the Italians equalise here. It was a poor clearance from the Frenchman Masuaku, as he tries to clear with his head after the ball gets swung in by Dzeko. He just heads it down. He just basically gives it to Mohamed Salah. He just heads it down right in front of him, and it's not too much of a task for Salah to find the back of the net and make it 1-1 here. So very disappointing on the defensive front there. So it would be West Ham 1, Roma 1 at half time, and after a fairly even first half. Lanzini would get us going in the second half then. He would play the ball inside towards Michael Antonio, who would shoot with the left foot, but Michael Antonio would have a shot saved by Alisson in the Roma goal, as the spinned shot from our right midfielder, Michael Antonio, would force a save out of the Roma keeper. So Roma would try and attack us then with Francesco Totti, the 40-year-old, turning and shooting, that Adrian would force out a save, as the Roma captain, Il Capitane, cannot beat Adrian, and it would be West Ham 1, Roma 1 at full time. That means we have 3 draws from 3 games in the Europa League. Again, the other 2 coming against Göteborg and Austria Vienna. So in our next Europa League game, we go away to Roma, so we're going to have to win that one, realistically. So we get an international management offer here from the European champions Portugal. I showed you that because obviously I haven't made my decision. I don't have to make my decision for another month, which is when my first offer expires. But you guys let me know in the comments. A, do you want me to manage an international team? And B, who should it be out of the teams you got offers from so far? Because I'd be more than willing to do Portugal. If I was to select now, I'd probably go for Portugal, just because they're bigger than Peru or Russia. I don't think it's much of a contest there. And it could be fun to manage the European champions. As you see here, we sit third in the Premier League right now, just going back to club matters, just sort of back there. But Portugal, like Belgium, seems to be growing youth players in some kind of factory these days. There's so many good talents, and I could send a youth kid out to Portugal. I'd have to recall one of the ones I have already, but I wouldn't have much of a qualm doing that, really, sending one to Portugal. And there's some good talent for the national side. I think that's a pretty good offer, though. Not to Portugal. So early into a managerial career to potentially manage the European champions, I think it'd be a fool to not take that offer first. Maybe there's a difference of opinion there. Anyway, this is our lineup for the game against Sunderland. I don't believe we made any changes in this game. Oh, we actually did. We brought in Estevez and Tora, as you saw there, and Aaron Creswell as well. Yeah, we actually did make a few changes. I was mistaken there, but obviously some of the players needed to be rested following the game against Roma, because this will be a Thursday to Sunday kind of a thing. As for the Sunderland team, Sunderland, as you can imagine, don't have the strongest team in the Premier League these days. But that's the side they decided to put out against us at the London Stadium in this Premier League encounter. So as you see, the Sunderland are preparing to take us on here. So we'll see how we do indeed get on against the guys from the northeast. So Andre Ayew would force his way through for the first attack here, as he finds Mark Noble, and his shot would be saved by Vito Manone. Kouyaté gets the ball back in, but it's headed by Noble and saved by Manone. Then Andre Ayew picks up the ball here, slides it out towards Tora on the right hand side. He cuts inside his man, drives through, shoots against Vito Manone, and scores past the Italian Manone, as Gökhan Tora, the man on loan from Besiktas, makes it West Ham 1, Sunderland 0. So he picks up the ball here on the right hand side, turns inside, I believe that's Djulaboji, takes it past Lamine Kone, and finds the back of the net past Vito Manone, as the Turk Tora makes it 1-0 to Hammers. As I go a bit crazy for that, as we take the lead here, a bit over the top for me there, but it does finish West Ham 1, Sunderland 0 at half time. Into the second half then, Sunderland would get a corner here with 10 minutes to go. Wabi Kazri would find Patrick Van Aanholt in towards Stephen Pienaar. He would head over the bar. Then Andre Ayew would slide the ball out towards Mikhail Antonio as we attack Sunderland. He would find Simone Zaza off the bench, and Simone Zaza picks up the ball, has a shot, but it's saved by Vito Manone, as we just can't seem to get the ball past Sunderland at the minute. We can't seem to get a 2-goal cushion. And in the 90th minute here, Papi Djulaboji plays it in towards Jack Rodwell, and Jack Rodwell would finish into the back of the net to make it 1-1 with basically the last kick of the game. So very gutting to lose the 2 points there and only come away from this game with a draw. What can I say? It's we should really be winning this, but as the former Chelsea man comes up from the defence, Papi Djulaboji, he finds Jack Rodwell, and his shot beats Adrian into the bottom corner to make it 1-1, and it's just really disheartening, that kind of thing. It's not a disaster because we're still quite doing well in the Premier League at the minute, but to only draw against Sunderland in the Premier League it's not encouraging, but we can always bounce back from that result, As you see, we have some player training here with for the 3 young men that we have currently been trained at the minute. So for the third and final game of today's episode, we take on Leicester City in the London Stadium in the EFL Cup, as we take on the Premier League champions in the League Cup. So not much more I can say to that. We do feel the second team for this game, because obviously the EFL Cup isn't our top priority. It's nowhere near being our top priority, in fact. And we do anticipate playing Leicester, though we do take every competition seriously, just some more seriously than others, you know. But basically, we do put out a relatively weak side for this game against Leicester because it's in the EFL Cup. I don't know how many times I have to say that, but Leicester did actually field a rather strong team, in all honesty. So there's that to look out for. But as you see us shaking hands with them, including our 17-year-old keeper Albin Lafont and our 17-year-old Reece Oxford. So, you know, a couple of teenagers in the squad, as we see get shots of me and Claudio Ranieri. So for the first chance of the game here, the ball will be slid forward towards Ahmed Musa. Ahmed Musa will close in on goal, but it will be saved by Albin Lafont from close range as the young Frenchman saves the shot from the Nigerian to keep it at 0-0, and it would be West Ham 0, Leicester City 0 at half time. So following that, then Leicester will come forward again, and Shinji Okazaki, he cuts inside. Reece Oxford shoots, but Albin Lafont would again come to our rescue there to keep it at 0-0, as Leicester did have control over us, in all honesty, but they managed to keep them out there. So we would then have our first real chance of the game as Alvaro Estevez finds Diafra Sacco. He would spin the ball around to Sofiane Feghouli, and Feghouli would force a save from Kasper Schmeichel to stop us from taking the lead in this game against Leicester City. So then in the 19th minute, yet again, our opposition come forward here. Riyad Mahrez gets fouled by Alvaro Arbeloa, the man as old as time itself. It's given as a foul by the referee. He points to the spot, and the Spaniard, the former Real Madrid man Arbeloa, gives away a penalty by fouling last year's Player of the Year, Riyad Mahrez, and Riyad Mahrez would step up to take the penalty against Albin Lafont, and Albin Lafont would save it, but Riyad Mahrez would tap it in from close range to win the game for Leicester City in the 90th minute. So 2 draws and a defeat in this episode. So not really the most encouraging of episodes, this one, but we will of course come back from this. I am disappointed by Lafont's reaction to saving that penalty, as he kind of just dives the opposite way of where Mahrez is shooting, so can't say I'm not disappointed with that. But it does finish West Ham 0, Leicester 1, and that brings to an end today's episode. Next episode we take on Everton, Göteborg and Stoke City, so I'll see you for that, and goodbye. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe.